Every day I randomly pick a fragrance from my box of niche, designer, and artisanal fragrances. Today, I got HÆC DIES by Filippo Scorcinelli.
The abstract.
Good morning. Today I have a Filippo Scorcinelli scent. It is HÆC DIES, or it's probably pronounced differently, like HÆC DIES or something like that. But yeah, this is the first one that we've done. I've got a couple in my box of samples. Actually, one of my favorite fragrances of all time is by him. I will do a review on that. We'll talk about that later. I'm a little bit worried. It's supposed to be really hot today, and I know a few of his scents are pretty crazy. I don't know anything about this one, so yeah, let's try it out. Okay. Oh, okay, this is completely different. Okay, this is kind of fresh. It's a little fruity, a little musky, powdery, a little bit powdery. Okay, this is completely not what I was expecting. All right, let's put some on. Oh, it's kind of leaking. I hate that when that happens. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. There's a little bit of fruit, tiny bit of fruit, but this is very musky. This is like a cloud of white musk. It's a little kind of skin scent, like literally smells like skin. Weird. Okay, I'm not 100%. I'm not into it really. Okay. Yeah. I've not had anything like this in a while. So I'm definitely getting just basically like musk. Interesting. All right. Well, we've committed. I'm going to wear this to work. We're going to see how it goes. Yeah. I just wanted to say a couple things. First off, I'm not really presenting myself as any kind of expert on anything. I'm just an average guy that loves fragrances. I love testing new fragrances. I love the dopamine hit. I love the rush of testing them. I've trained myself not to buy everything that I think I like, and I just buy samples. So I get to experience this, and then I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on a bottle that I barely use. Okay? Secondly, I don't ever encourage people to go out and buy full bottles of stuff. You should always sample. It just makes more sense. You know, you don't need to have 100 bottles. I'm not really a collector. I do like having bottles and options and stuff like that. So, I mean, I probably have 12 or so full bottles, okay? I've sold a few. I'm trying to keep it around there. But for me, sampling is definitely the most fun, all right? Also, I'm doing this to get better at speaking on camera. And in the last month, I've definitely got way better at speaking on camera. I'm more comfortable. I'm understanding how to structure things better. I do want to get better though as well. I also am trying to get better. So if there's something you think I'm doing and you want me to, change things up, like get to the point, or whatever, let me know. Or if you want me to ramble on more, I enjoy just talking with you. It's like kind of really down to earth and, whatever. So I'm going to try to change things up a little bit as I get more comfortable. One of those things I think is I'm trying to keep the reviews very short and concise so that people can kind of get the information they need. And I'm really trying to learn how to flow everything so that it, is interesting to watch. And I've noticed watching back some of my older videos that I have a really bad flow to the videos and the flow of the information and keeping people engaged. So it's still kind of just doing what it was doing before. There is a musk, there's some fruit. It kind of smells like maybe like a custard, fruit custard kind of dessert, but the custard is really strong, but instead of custard, it's like some kind of musk. It's really hard to describe, but I'm gonna say this is not exactly my favorite. I'm kind of not really feeling this. Maybe I put on too much, but it is a very light scent, so I have a feeling I'm not gonna have to deal with it for very long. But anyways, I will talk to you later. Okay, I'm back. So how was our first Filippo Scorcinelli fragrance on this channel? Well, let's talk about the notes first, okay? We've got aloe vera, bergamot, jasmine, orange, peach, myrrh, cedar, rose, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, and patchouli. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things in there that sound kind of interesting. Like, okay, this could be kind of fun. But for me, this is just a musky, sensual scent, okay? I've smelled quite a few from our boy Filippo, and this is the most subdued. I know he has some more experimental stuff, and that does kind of shine through in this, but overall, it's pretty chill. The first 30 minutes is a weird, slightly fruity, slightly musky, modern type scent. There's aloe vera in there, but it only really kind of contributes to the texture. It really gives me this uncanny valley thing, okay? It's kind of smells like skin, but it's not really skin. It's kind of creepy. I really don't like it. I'm not a fan of this opening. After about an hour or two, it starts to dry down and it becomes 90% similar to something we've smelled on this channel before. That's Zoologist Cockatiel. I really actually found that one to be quite intoxicating and addictive, especially in the dry down. And this is very similar to that, okay? So I do kind of like this, but I gotta be honest with you. It's whatever it is, you know, like a boring zoologist cockatiel. Maybe it's a bland musk ravageur. This is probably like an emo girl's version of You by Glossier, okay? It kind of all fits in there, but for me, I'll be honest with you, this is a pass. I'm going to give it a 5.5, and that's probably just me being generous for my boy Filippo. It's just not for me, okay? I have hundreds of samples to try. I have very limited time, so I'm not going to wear this again, right? It's going in the bin. We're moving on. Maybe on my holidays, I might start wearing the same thing for a week, and I'll do like a week review of something. But for right now, I gotta move on from this kind of stuff. If I don't like it, it's gone. I gotta channel my inner Rich Mitch and just be ruthless with this stuff. So it's time to move on. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow with another random blind sample.